When I go to all these events, especially the women events, it's just to just absorb how women are. Yes, women are busy looking for, to better themselves, to grow themselves, to build networks. And it's just, it kind of like zhuzh me like look at what people are doing out here. And it's a beautiful thing to see that how hungry women are for knowledge, for betterment, to just expand their minds, to just learn from other people. Oh, such a beautiful sight.
Welcome to the Bold Path podcast. I'm your host, Lucy Wanjiko Jenga. On this podcast, we get to hear of amazing stories of entrepreneurs who have taken the bold path. I'm really excited for you to get to hear of our amazing guest. She has an awesome story that I'm sure will inspire and motivate you to also take on the bold path. Thank you so much for coming, Kabi.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell us who you are and the many hats that you wear.
So I'm Kabbie Kirai, officially known as Florence Kabbie Kirai. But if you call me Florence, I have no idea who you're calling because he ain't me. I am Kabbie Kirai. I am a wife to one husband. I am a mother to 2 children. I'm a business owner. I'm a farmer. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. I'm a follower of Christ. Yeah.
Awesome. And the reason we're sitting here today is because you are an amazing friend. And though somewhere along the way we did not get to build on our friendship, I still see you and look at your socials and think, wow, I am so happy and honored to have known this person in this lifetime. So thank you so much for making time to be here.
You're welcome.
The whole idea behind this podcast is to ensure that young people can see themselves in everyday people who are doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And you're those people who I see, even if it's online, and think, wow, were you always this entrepreneur? Or where did it even start? And yes, we were friends for some time. We were counting, 13 years back?
Yeah.
And we were just youngings who were figuring life out.
Yeah.
But then our paths branched. But I've seen you push yourself and go that extra mile and do amazing things. And I wonder, what is she doing? So for me also, this is her reintroducing herself to me. So tell us, where did this bag of entrepreneurship kick in?
Growing up, I grew up in Dandora, phase 4, Gitari Marigo. Where the dumping site border ends, that was our home. And so growing up, my mother used to say one thing, that we should never sit and be fully dependent on our partners because life happens. And if life happens, you need to be able to handle and take care of your family, if not equally as your partner was taking care of it to some extent. And so she usually shared a story of how when they were young parents, young couples with my dad, that dad would go to work. But when he's going, she would be on the bike, Black Mamba. So they will go all the way to Marikiti. And then she's dropped there. She goes to Marikiti. She has 2 shillings. So she buy mangoes, sell the mangoes up on Marikiti Inje. And then when dad is leaving work, she will be picked up and dropped back home. And that's how she made her coins. And then at some point, she started selling changa. And then in that journey, she met Christ. And then she became a landlady. And up to date, she's a landlady. She has a few plots of land here and there where she collects rent. And so having an entrepreneurial mother, for me and my sister, it set the path that we cannot just be. If career path, the normal career path do not really open up for you, you have more to give to this life than just building a career. You can build a business, you can work with your hands, you can do so many other things. So that's where it rooted for me.
I love that. And were you seeing that, or that is the story that you were told? Is it something that you got to see her doing? The mango business?
No, because I'm the last born now. I'm the last born of 7. And between my brother and I, it's 18 years.
Wow.
Yes. So I got to find her as landlady,
Okay.
but also with so many chamas. So if we lacked anything in the house, my dad would not really have to bother because my mom will just come through financially.
She will take care of it.
Like TV broke down. All right, tomorrow she picks 2 of her sons, come back with the TV. Dad finds a new TV in the house. So that really intrigued something inside of me of I would want my family, when it's time, they know that mom can also come through financially. Apart from all the other things, financially, they can also rely on me.
I want to go back to Getare Marigo because I think somewhere along the way, probably we did meet, we didn't know each other in that Dandora. And I'm thinking Getare is probably more poor than if you are living in phase 1.
Oh yeah, Getare.
As in, it's the poor of the poor.
It's the popo of the poor. This one is like when sasa umeomoka. It's like, we are talking about Lavington here.
No, but it's still in Dandora, funny enough.
It was bad.
How do you now get this mindset of the way you're presenting yourself?
Yeah.
If you never say no one would ever know.
Yeah.
How do you get over that mindset and push yourself and, be all that you can be?
When growing up, I've always been into creativity and art. If you are from the ghetto, you know Kibende. The guys who used to play the, I don't know how to put it, traditional songs,
yes,
dance, the ones that, receive people in the airport and stuff.
Yes.
So many of the people who are good in dancing would go abroad, right? And I loved dancing and I loved kibende. I got into art myself, drama in school. And then I got an opportunity to work with Kenya Human Rights Commission. They were recruiting just a group of kids to, bring out the theatrics of justice and injustice in the slums. And this group was from Korokocho. So by association and also by knowing people from Koch, I got recruited. And one time when we were doing our rehearsals, we used to go for our rehearsals at Moi Avenue Primary. I was in class 7, I think.
Okay. Around 13?
Yes, around 12.
12, okay.
No, 12, 11 actually.
Oh.
Yes.
You were those early boomers.
So during one of the rehearsals, a teacher from State House Primary came. They were also doing their rehearsals for drama. And she came into our session and she saw me and she was like, I want that girl. She was like, I want to have details, the guardian, because I want her to join State House Primary drama as of next term. And I was like, all right. So they were linked up with my brother. And as of the immediate next term, I was joining State House Primary. And so going to State House Primary and seeing, oh my God, kids are living a different life. Kids are being dropped at school. Today, it's a Range Rover. Tomorrow, it's a Mercedes. Same kid. For me, baba yangu every morning, take me to the stage. Leo nakuja nanganya gani, TKO or sijui what. So, and especially rainy.
TOK or TKO?
Yes, it was TKO.
TKO, okay.
Just that exposure to walk from Koja all the way to State House Primary every morning, for me was such an experimental and a beautiful adventure, because I was like, one day I'm going to drive a car like that. One day my kids will be will be brought to school by a school bus. I'll be dropping my kids to school. It was such a aha moment that, oh my God, people are living life out here. It's not just what I see. It's not just the drunkenness and the weed and the, hopelessness that I see every day. And from there, there were decisions that I made, and I said, one, I cannot be married by a guy from just there. Where are we going? Mm-hmm. The dreams that I have, you won't be able to
match up.
To match up, or even to handle me. Even here, there is no school bus that can come pick our kids from here. There is no road. So that for me was the eye-opener, that from here, I can only go upward. I cannot come back down here. I can only go upward. So the decisions that I make from here has to propel me to that place that I need to go. I just want to be able to drop my kids to school in my own car.
And see the way that has shaped
Yep.
the choices you've made and the things you've gotten to do. So you went and did you ever do the kibende, or how
No,
did
I
that
didn't
morph into?
I didn't even do kibende. But the drama in school clearly opened doors for me, and I was like really favored. My parents didn't have to struggle about uniform. I was given 3 change of uniforms, and there was always a handy waiting uniform for me at school in case on rainy mornings someone splashed water. There was always a uniform for me at school. Yeah, all books were provided. Anything that I needed school related was provided. So my parents just need to get a fare and lunch, and that's it.
So now, I know now you've seen this story that is doing round, the Butere girls, and the way this has been stifled and I find it so infuriating. I've not watched the whole thing. I was in the washroom today and just picked a few videos here and there. What does that do to a child then, that is being denied that opportunity? Because without that opportunity, Kabi would not be here today.
True. So for the Butere girls, one, I think, okay, let me speak from having done drama in school. 90% of the time, we do not care what the lines say. We are here to just put on that outfit and do what we are expected to do and give it our very best.
You're
right?
a child.
You're a child. So when you start bringing police force, whatever it is you're trying to fight against, you're actually fueling it, because now you're bringing into their conscious mind what exactly
you
this
mean
place.
this is important.
So whatever they're doing, if they're doing it to stop, it's just fuel they're adding into the fire.
And it will go all around.
Of course.
Like that becomes very contagious for kids in school.
Yes.
That's really interesting. Yeah. So now drama you do up until
up until I think high school as well. But also I was a bookworm. I loved reading. I loved school. So even in high school, I really tried to take a step back from drama so that it does not overshadow my wanting to just study. Because in high school, everybody wants to be in drama all the time because of the outings.
Yes.
And also the outings because of the boys, because I was in a Catholic school. So it is like, what? Hey, the long skirts, my friend. Hey, watch out too. And the skirt has to rotate.
Do you know, I wore those skirts on purpose. Like our school, we were not required to wear those skirts. But I went and wore them. God. So weird. So you were not for them.
You have no option. You have no option. The skirt is like this long and the skirt has to rotate. Like if the teacher holds, the skirt has to rotate. If the skirt does not rotate, it means you have outgrown
you need a new one.
You need a new skirt.
Very interesting.
So drama in school, in high school, I think I joined at Form 3 and it was forceful. The teacher was like, no, you have to join. So all right. And I did it just for the sake of it. Nothing for the purpose to pursue anything out of it. For me, I think drama was just a creative outlet and just a stepping stone. It was a stepping stone for me.
When you say that, I relate so much because I was Miss Scotch, Miss Dimes, I think during that age, 17,
And that's
18.
where I remember you from.
That's where I remember me from. So Miss Dimes, Miss Scotch, people keep asking, so why did you stop modeling? Did you model past that? For me, it was sort of an escape route. What else is there for us? Because we have very limited opportunities growing up in the slums for you to make anything of yourself. And if you want to get out of, this poverty cycle, you're looking and wondering, what is that I can do? Yeah. So I did it for some time, and after the crowns, I'm like, and you mean there was no job waiting for me?
Right?
And so what is the next thing? Yeah. And I know the next thing for you now was Nairobi, and I remember you very well. Yeah. How was that? And maybe you can just even explain what Nairobi is.
So Nairobi is an organization that offers training on web design and developing, computer literacy, basically, but next level, right? And so I joined. My brother used to go there. He went there. He built a career. Up to now, he's still into creatives and design and all that. For me, it was just a means to an end. I don't want to stay home. My parents also don't want me to stay home because now what will you start doing, you know? And all my friends at this point, they had like 3 kids. I am 18.
Yeah.
My best friend then had 2 kids. One she got when we were in class 7, and then another one later on, right? So already my life, I was like, there is no way I'm spending time here. I have to just get out. And I went to Nairobi. It is a stage you go through course 1. If you perform well, you go to course 2, and that's where we met.
Yeah.
And then course 3, it is now at the go down. And I did that, and then I got a job, a completely different place, because Nairobi, you learn about web design and developing. Never one day have I worked as a web developer. So my first job was as a facilitator and a trainer in community-based organization, where I will just train people on computer literacy and entrepreneurship. And I really loved it, because right now, there are so many people who are doing so well in their lives that when they see me, they're like, Sasa teacher, you know? There are others who we are still very, very close friends, born from that, and they're doing so well in their lives.
You know, today I was reading an article that says, and also the reason why this podcast was started again, that we are at 6% levels of unemployment among our young people. So that is people under age 35 past 18. And most of these people are probably university graduates or college graduates. It doesn't matter. We've probably gone that extra mile.
Yeah.
And this guy was saying, we are probably seeing an increase of this, or there's supposedly to be an increase of these levels of unemployment if we don't do something.
Yeah.
And one of the things is like having skills.
Sure.
I remember when I got introduced to Nairobi, I really wanted to be part of it, but I was paying my rent. I was fully grown human.
You are adulting.
I was trying to adult as a child, so I was like, I can't commit fully to going to training the whole day and all that. But if you have an opportunity for you to take up a skill, it's very important. Sure. No one will ever take that away from you. It doesn't matter whether you've gone to university. It doesn't matter if you've gone to college. You need a skill. I think that's how we will overcome these levels of unemployment in this country.
I totally agree.
The moment you have this skill, then you're able to even create employment for someone else. Yeah. Sometimes we think creating employment is this major big thing that you're employing 100 people, 50 people. One person employed through you goes a long mile. So I really like that you took that as a skill. And my advice, obviously, to you as a listener and you're a young person wondering what to do, look at this opportunity. It's not one. And it doesn't matter where you're coming from. Whether you're posh, you're from poor, where we're coming from. There's someone somewhere there who has that ability of giving you a skill, probably a CBO or an NGO or an initiative someone has started. So a skill is very important. Or maybe you don't want all that. Go do electrician. Be an electrician. Be a plumber. You know, up to now, I have so much bad experiences with plumbers and electricians. And you do not have enough of them. Yeah. So you're sitting home saying, hakuna kazi, but you've not gained that skill. Yeah. I really thank you for bringing that up. It's very important for you to have a skill. So where does this now launch you after now the training? You are fully fledged developer. You are able now to see things that are not being seen. Yeah. You're a facilitator, you're a teacher. Where does now business come in?
I was a facilitator for 2 years, and then the contract ended and I was jobless for some time. And I've always loved learning, but also because of family dynamics and financial status, I couldn't be taken to college or stuff. So I told my parents, first of all, I loved learning. I'm sharp. But then because what could be afforded at that time was a small course, I told them I don't mind doing hotel management, food and beverage to be specific. Okay. And let's see where that goes. Because if it will hold for 2 years as I figure out life and as we gather finances, I'm good.
How old are you now?
21.
Okay.
I'm 21. Okay. Right? So we do this 3 months course for food and beverage, just a very short course. And then I start looking for a job as a waitress, and I get a job as a waitress.
Nice.
But also, as you know me, kichwa ngumu, when I go to this job, there is a lot of nonsensical injustice that is happening.
I know.
Right?
Hospitality.
Yes. And this is a small restaurant I'm talking about. It's not even a big restaurant. It's a small restaurant. And I would get into conflict every now and then with the management, because I'm like, there is no way you can tell us that our shift's supposed to end at 9. We are staying up to 11, but instead of giving us whatever food is remaining, you'd rather pour it.
Wow.
You get?
Yeah.
Because you don't want us to have the good things.
The good food.
It is not helping anybody either way.
Yeah.
Right? And I will get into this conflict, because I also won't sit when injustice is happening. If the supervisor is being mean to one of the, I'll stand up for them. I'm like, no, we are not doing this. I stayed there for 6 months. During these 6 months, I had just already moved into my first apartment after my sister kicked me out from her place. And she told me I cannot go back to my mother. I was a child. I'm a last born. The injustice. However, so I was like, because as a waitress, the shifts are long.
Yes.
The work is exhausting. I want to come home, no matter how big the space is, I want to come home and be cozy, right? On my days off, I want to just cozy in like a small space. And so I was like, I need to get pillows. And so I started making pillows for myself.
Interesting.
Right? And then my then boyfriend, we had just started dating, came to visit. And I was like, why are these pillows so comfortable? Because I am carrying them. I'm like, no, you're not carrying them. Give me money. I make you yours.
Nice.
And then, like I keep mine, you keep yours. So I made him his. He went home with them. He used to stay with his sisters back then. His sisters, all the pillows. So he had to come for more. I was like, now at this point, I am not doing, this is not family charity business. You have to pay me for the service. And Cuddly was born there.
Wow.
And I made pallet seats for my sisters-in-law. I made pillows. for organizations. Yeah.
And I have a Cuddly pillow.
And you have a Cuddly pillow. Yeah.
And it's so comfortable. Yeah. Everyone, I should buy a new one, because everyone fights for this one pillow. Though we have good seats, but people it's so versatile. You can use it for sitting. You can use it in the bedroom. You can use it in any room.
Yeah.
Where do you even get this skill? Is it self-taught?
No, self-taught. Interest. Everything that I do is out of interest.
Did you have to Google YouTube?
Yeah. See, YouTube is the university of all universities.
Very good. So you realized you have an issue. You want comfort in your house. It's not a big space, but you want comfort and beauty.
Yeah.
You go ahead and you make a solution for this. And out of this solution, others also find it as a solution. Yeah. And then it becomes a business.
It becomes a business.
Did you register? Did you go through the whole thing to do with businesses, or how did you now, for it to really become a fully fledged business?
So I started with opening an Instagram page, and I posted there my work, my progress, the journey, and people started buying. People now beyond family and friends started buying. And then after some time, I registered the name. I started going to marketplaces, like those
marketing events.
Yes. And I would just, put my pillows there, market myself, get people to know me. I still, even after closing the business, I still have a wedding planner that I still serve up to date. For her, she said, "We funga biashara. It does not concern me. I need my pillows."
Bado utanipea pillows zangu.
And so it positioned me, just being online positioned me to be able to explore beyond people who know me.
So you close Cuddly. Yeah. It's doing so well. Probably even before you go there of closing, how much did you need for you to buy probably the fabric, the whatever, and where you were working now? So probably it was easy to raise. But walk us through that. What did you use? How much did you use?
So for Cuddly, say for one pillow, if I wanted to make one bed pillow, the 26 standard size is 26 by 20. So if I want to make one pillow, I will need, depending on the client's need. If you want a like fully stuffed pillow or just lightly stuffed, so it will range between 1 kg and 1.5 kgs. So back then 1 kg used to go for like 300. 1 kg of fiber. So if it's 1.5, it's 450. And then the lining goes for 100 shillings a meter. So a meter would be enough for one pillow. And then now if you want the outer case, or if you have your own outer case, that now is now beyond, it's like an added service. Yes. So for that I would have to, I used to outsource, get a fundi. The fundi creates the pillows to my specifics, and then I give the client. So roughly for me to get a pillow from scratch to the end would be less than 600 shillings, like 550 would have been enough.
So those are the bed ones? The bed one, But yes. The ones I think I bought are
yes, you have the floor pillow.
The floor pillow.
Yes, so
floor. It's called floor pillow.
Yeah, a floor pillow. So they used to go for that 500. I think that's how much you bought them. I can't even remember. But it would cost me roughly, because my profit margins, I had not learned pricing. My profit margins were like really, really low, but it would cost me around 2,500 from scratch to completion. So my profit margins would be low because I cannot compromise on the quality that I give.
Yeah, the quality was... What am I saying is, because the pillow, I think I'll have it forever. It was very top notch. Yeah. Did you do the sewing, or someone else was doing the sewing?
I got a fundi, and we will sit down and make sure he knows how specifically I want it done, right? And like with the first, second, third pillow, you either you communicate, or you'll know the standard of quality the person is able to produce for you, and if you need to move on, or you need to teach them the standard that you want. So if that looked like me coming with a sample, I go to a high-end shop, buy a sample, and bring the sample. This is the quality that I need you to produce for me. Yeah. Because also I would deal with very delicate fabric, like very, very delicate velvet fabric, which 1 meter goes for like 1,800. Yeah. So if you dare miss 1,800, how are we paying rent? How are we paying rent? We have 10 meters. How are we? We cannot.
True. Yeah. True. So if you were like the cheapest pillow you'd make with 600, and you'd sell up to?
So I would sell it at what, 800?
800.
Yes, because a pair would go for 16.
So that means very, very small margins.
Very small margins.
The way you're saying. Yeah. So now you decide is it because you learned that this is, no, first of all, oh my God, I'm running mad with questions. You realize it's not working. You decide to close. How long do you do it for?
I did it for 4 or 5 years, because I started in 2015. Yes, 2015. I started it in 2015. And I did it up to past COVID. So it was around 6 years or so.
That's a long, mighty time.
Yes. But then for me, because it was passion project to say, when the motivation died and it started becoming very transactional, it died. And
you're speaking the language of creatives.
Yes. So it died, and I kept the page, and I kept coming back to it. I'm like, am I ready to go back? I feel like it's not enough just the pillows just being by themselves, but also the market was now being overly saturated with interior decor things, and I was like, no, I don't want to bring things that the quality
but yours
is not
was so high end and really good quality. I don't think it was saturated enough. I think you are just making excuses.
I know,
but it's okay because you're still in business, so that doesn't matter. Maybe before we leave Cuddly, how much can you say was the most amount of money you made from it? Probably in a month.
There's a month I made almost 500,000.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes.
What happened?
I don't know. I think for me, online, I've always gone with just being authentic.
Yeah.
Because one thing I've learned is people will buy the person who sells.
Yeah.
Right? Especially for small businesses. Like right now, if you went to Okadeka, you're going to buy because of the name, not because of really the quality of products they're giving you.
Or the people, the person behind it.
Yes, but because of the name that you put to it, right? for me, it is my name on the line, right? So I would just sell, even up to date, whatever I sell, it is something that I can actually purchase, and it is something that I use.
And I remember you doing, probably the reason why I bought is because you were doing videos with your daughter and your husband, and you make it look so nice. Like, it added warmth to this feelers. Like, I want to have one in my home if it means that it makes us bond even more. Probably I was buying the feeling, not really the pillow.
And that's also one thing that I've come to learn with business up to date, that many times people will buy because of how you make them feel. If you feel them feel, oh, this is so warm, this is so lovely, I would want to have that feeling in my space, that's what they will buy, because you're invoking emotion from them. They don't really, there are so many pillow businesses out here. So
what was the learning even before closing?
Pricing. I was terrible with pricing. It took even this other business halfway for me to learn like proper pricing. It also taught me that there is nothing that I want to pursue that I can't do. Right? If I decide today I want to start learning how to paint the wall, I can learn how to paint and it can turn it to a business. There is nothing that if I commit myself to do, I can't do. There is just so much out there for me and for everybody that is untapped, if we just shush the noise that, is, why write a book? Why do pillows? Like,
why do a podcast?
Why do a podcast?
Are there not enough?
There are not enough podcasts right now. But if it's something that you feel, let me pursue it. What's the worst that can happen?
And then you get to learn so much of yourself.
So much, because business just... It strips you naked.
What propelled you to make this decision? I had a restaurant that lived up to 8 months, Red Row Hotel. And the idea, I used to tell people, I can't wait for you to become an empire.
I know, right?
I was not seeing it hapo penye inakaa mabati nimepaka rangi so that it can even accommodate people. I was seeing it as a very big thing, like proper full hotel. That was it was called hotel, not cafe, not parlor, not nothing. It was going to be a hotel one day, an empire. And it was so difficult for me to close this business.
It is.
It stripped something. It's sort of a business is sort of a baby.
It is.
And you imagine become one. Like, there's no Lucy without Red Row. People are now calling me Red Row.
Know.
So you and actually never even knew you closed Cuddly.
I did.
That's very funny, because Cuddly, Kabi, sort of merge and connect. Was it because the other business had started, or
really.
Where did you get the confidence?
Not really. It took time. It took a lot of time. It took me over 2 years just sitting on it. I'm like, do I really want to close? Do I really want to go back? Because also it was a one-man show, right? It involved me physically making the pillows, because there's just something that there's a part of my soul that I attach to this pillow, each and every pillow that I make, that I want, when you receive it, you can feel the warmth that this pillow was made with. And now I honestly don't know what triggered me to, it is time. It is time. I have to let go so that I can make room for whatever else is coming, so that I don't... And I gave myself the time to grieve it, because it was like a baby. It was the first thing that introduced me to just getting out there and doing things for myself and by myself, and just believing in myself and not asking anybody, hey, I need the funding to start this business. Because even up to date, that's the greatest fight my husband and I have. Why is it that you don't want me to give you money to fund your business? I'm like, because I want it to first be mine. So that
even if you come in, I have even shares to give you.
I'm like, you want shares 10%? I need 30 million for the 10%, So yeah.
So then when does the new business come in? And how long does that take? The grieving. And there's something you say that is very important. You have to let go of what you have so that the new can come in.
Sure.
You have to create that space.
You have to create that space.
And I don't think we'd even be sitting here if you never let go of Cuddly, being that it was not giving you as much as you wanted it to give you, if you never let it go.
Sure.
How long did you grieve that for, and when did the new business come in?
So I grieved Cuddly for 2 years. Because I used to go to the page and I'm getting inquiries. Hey, are you back in business? Are you back in business? I'm like, not yet. I am still taking my time. And it is important to grieve business, because if you don't grieve it, you never fully let it go.
True.
So anytime somebody talks about it, instead of it sparking the beauty that it was, it invoked pain that you had to let it go, and you feel like you've let yourself down and you've disappointed yourself, and all these people who are like, why did you close? It was doing so great. But it served me and grew me at the time it was supposed to, and it is time to move on.
Yeah.
And also I'm very good at moving on. I move on.
We were just talking about some of the relationships we had when you were that young.
Yes.
And yeah, you are here.
I move on. I move on. I move on. Yes, but so My Aurora was born. This is April. This is our 3rd year.
Wow.
This is our birthday month.
Okay.
So in 2025, 24, 2022 is when Aurora was born.
Okay.
So My Aurora Space. So in 2020, I was pregnant with, yes, for roughly 10 weeks. And then I lost the baby.
So sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So I lost the baby in December, and it was, I don't think I've ever gone through such heart-wrenching pain. And deep within me, I still believe that would have been a girl. And so we named the baby so that we stopped calling it It. I had a baby It. So we named the baby Aurora. Aurora means the northern lights, right? So because she is not with us, she watches over us, she is a light, right? And so when I started the business, the baby shop, I named it My Aurora Space.
Okay.
Because I just wanted to honor this baby that I never got to meet, this heartbeat that I never got to listen to. So I needed something that I will keep as an honor to this baby. Yes. So My Aurora Space was born from my need to get quality baby products.
Okay.
All my businesses, again, are born out of need. So I needed quality baby products that are not Kenya uniform.
That you find
Yes,
clinic,
like, yes,
everyone has
everyone. Somebody's just passing, huyo ni mama, huyo ako na mtoto mdogo, ako na mtoto hapo mbele, you know. So I needed products that are not Kenya uniform. I decided, well, I can as well start the business. I sat with it for some time, okay, am I going to start shipping things? And all these horror stories that we've had about shipping products. Will I get good quality? Will the products ever get to me? And I did my research here and there. And then I met one lady who we were buddies in Cuddly.
Okay.
She used to run a decor shop. Oh. And we were just online buddies. And she told me, you've been asking me about shipping. Let's meet for coffee. And I just boost your confidence and just go for it. Yeah. And we met and I went for it, right? And even before I closed Cuddly, I started shipping some throw blankets for Cuddly. And then so when it was time for Aurora and I did my research, it was easier for me to just go ahead and ship the products. And that's how Aurora was born. My Aurora Space was born. And we are 3 years now.
You know, the beauty of this is that Cuddly did not die. Cuddly only inspired or morphed
to My Aurora Space.
To My Aurora Space. Because you do not start from scratch.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people forget. You are not starting from scratch. You are not, even if something dies, there's so many things, and that's why I asked, what did you learn? There's so many things you're coming with from that experience that inspire and help make this a reality,
Yep.
the new idea a reality.
I agree.
Redro Hotel seems like it died, but without Redro Hotel, I would never have known. I wanted to just make the world better for girls and young women.
Yeah.
And that's how even Positive Young Women Voices, now the organization, was built, because I realized, I'm not a business person, by the way, but I do want to work with girls and I do want to make a change in this community. So you carried all these experiences and ideas and friendships and people that even enabled My Aurora Space to come about. So walk us through that. Now you've realized I want to bring things for kids that no one else has. I want to ensure that that I'm shipping this. I'm not making it anymore or using local people to make this anymore. Then the friend comes in and helps with ideas and the confidence to bring it to import. We call it import. Import these products. So do you now register that as well? Walk us through that.
So I registered as well my Aurora Space, so that I secure the name and to just make it legit, right? And like you're saying, yes, I did come with a lot of experience from Cuddly. Cuddly was fully online based. Up to now, Aurora is still fully online based. Reason why I opted for importing is because I needed to free up my time so that I'm able to do other things. Because now
already
Aria, I'm a mother.
You are a mother.
Yes, I'm already a mother here. And Aria is what? 2022? Aria is 3. So she's about to start school. She's in this phase where, it's all happy-go-lucky. We are happy. We are loving each other. We are best friends. We are doing things together.
Yeah.
Also, my partner's career is growing. And when we got married, we had already agreed I want to be a stay-home mom.
Okay.
There's a period of time I want to give the kids to just nurture them and to nurture our home. And then when that time elapses, then I can now venture into other things that I want to venture into. So I needed something that will free up my time so that I'm able to be a homemaker and be a mother and build my friendships as well.
Please, we need to let's take a moment to honor that you sat with your partner and agreed, I want to do 1, 2, 3. I want to stay at home. I want to nurture my kids for this certain period of time. And I want to be able to nurture my friendships.
Yes.
Wait, madam, that is not something that people do every day.
But it's because people don't want to have the conversation. Also, you see, it's having a conversation from a very honest place. That me taking this path means financially, the rate at which we would want to grow, we can't grow because now it's a one income household, right? Is it a sacrifice we are willing to make? If that means all our friends are 5 steps ahead of us, it is okay. Because we are in this together.
Where are you learning this?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so we've made it work. And also, even from the beginning of our relationship and now marriage, we run our relationship on our own terms, not according to what anyone else is doing. People are buying land. Yay, you buy land. We are not yet there. And we are not going to run in your lane, we are in our lane.
Yes.
And so staying at home was not really, after we had, and this is a conversation we had way before we had kids, because we took 2 years after marriage before we had kids. So this is a conversation that we had over time, because I'm very entrepreneurial and very out there. I needed to get to a place where I'm okay with myself making that decision, and it does not become a place where I say, if it was not for kids, I would have been. If it was not for the fact that we decided I'll stay home, I would have done 1, 2, 3 things, right? It is for me to sit in that every day I'm having conversation with toddlers and be okay with it and admit the challenges, be honest with myself and take the necessary step, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm still coming back to be a stay-home mother.
Wow.
You go deal with if it's therapy you need, go to therapy, then come back. And also now financially looking at how does my partner come in and be supportive on my end. right? Because there is him taking care of all the bills.
Yeah.
But even beyond the bills, give me wife allowance. No, this was for him, his decision, not mine. But yes, him giving me wife allowance so that I'm able to go out without constantly, hey babe, unaweza nipea 500 because I'm meeting so and so for coffee. Hey babe, I need new shoes. Hey babe, I need a bra. No. So him knowing that this amount of money I give her every month. If he gets a pay raise, I get a pay raise as well, right? And having that conversation, and it's not from a place of you must do this for me. No, because it's an agreement we made that you go on, I build the home. Yeah. So, and so far, our daughter is almost 6. So far, so good. Yeah.
So you see the way everything is working in your personal life is also affecting your entrepreneurship journey, and also what is happening in Aurora. So you decide now you want to ship, and you have taken that time to ensure that Aria, your daughter, is now older or up to where you wanted her to be before you took this step. So what do you do now?
It actually starting out, My Aurora had nothing. Aria's age had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm still at home. I am running the business from home.
Yeah.
When I started My Aurora, we decided to move to a bigger house so that it's able to accommodate my being home and working and running my business from home. We needed that extra space, and that looks like every month there's a contribution from my business. I am chipping into rent because we have moved to a bigger space to accommodate business.
Awesome.
Yeah. So My Aurora is born. I've shipped my first products. I have 10 followers on Instagram because I'm starting fresh.
You're not even changing Cuddly to My Aurora?
I am starting fresh because if I start, you see, my clients in Cuddly were bachelors. They are not my ideal customer for.
So the algorithm would not be for you.
It will not, because they will not. They'll be like, why are we seeing diaper bags here?
Probably they would unfollow.
They would unfollow. Yes. So I needed to just start. There's something about me when it comes to fresh and new beginnings. I love them.
Me too.
Because I'm like, oh my God, there is so much play area here. There's so much that I can do.
It's like a black canvas that you can paint.
I can just do
anything.
Whatever. And so I started the page and I started the business, and now it's 3 years this month. I have served hundreds and hundreds of women.
What motivates you to know this is what? Is it experience?
One, experience, and also just looking at the market. I don't shop a lot. If I have a good pair of shoe, I'm running with that pair of shoe, right? So I'm not one to buy a lot of things. So when it comes to My Aurora, because also having experienced motherhood and how fast, you use baby products, and 2 months down the line, it's not of importance to you and you've spent thousands of shillings. My aim was to bring products that are multifunctional. So if you're buying, say, a muslin swaddle, right? Once the baby is beyond the swaddling stage, which is the newborn stage, you can use it as a receiving blanket. You can use it as when it's hot to just kuwafunika nayo. You can use it 10 different ways. All right. It is one product that will serve you through it. And when the babies get to that stage where you have to put the dolly on their back, it is the best lasso for them. It is very soft. Quality has to be top notch. If it is bibs when feeding, so we bring one, and it is for the bibs, it's the best seller product. It is a bab cloth. So newborn stage, mtoto akiteuka, it is a bab cloth. Quality is amazing. It's muslin. So even kids with sensitive skin can use it because it's muslin. It's made of bamboo. So after that newborn stage, you can use it when they are teething, when there's
a lot of space.
And also when they start feeding, you can use it as a feeder, right? So it is multifunctional. So if you buy one product, it's going to serve you in more than one way. If it's diaper bags, I don't want a bag that is just screaming diapers and wet wipes, right? I want a bag that if I want to step out without the kids and I need a backpack, I can carry it.
Wow.
All right? So most of the bags that I bring are bags that you can use when you go back to work. You can use it because it has a laptop compartment. The quality is amazing. And even I have clients who are not even parents. They buy them for themselves for their everyday work because it has, places you can put bottles, so many compartments, which is perfect for mothers and even beyond using it as a mother.
Girls, yes. We love compartments
we
for some
love
reason.
Pockets. I need to know where the keys are.
I don't know why we don't even make clothes with pockets, because we are pocket people.
Yes, we want the lip balm. The lip balm has to be separate from where the lipstick is. You want a water bottle. You want a tea bottle. You want snacks in the middle. Laptop, biro, and all that. So those are the things that I make sure when I'm bringing in a product, I factor in. How can it serve you beyond once? Like I have very few products that are I have I think 2 or 3 products in my catalog that are one use. And even if it's one use, once you're done with it, you can package it and hand it over to somebody else because the quality is still...
It doesn't die.
It does not die.
Where do you even get that?
I just ship.
From where?
From China.
The same China we say they are no good products.
Yes. But also, of course, it also comes with premium price for the products. So that also becomes a game of pricing. The price has to make sense for me, and it has to make sense for the client. Yeah.
I love that. My Aurora Space is here. You have made sure that it's well registered. You're bringing things that are multi-use, not just for one use only. You don't need to have 10 things for a child who's this tiny.
Yeah.
You can use this one thing for different and variety of things.
Yeah.
I love that. What I think would also be ideal if I was to probably want to start something like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be what My Aurora Space is bringing. How would I go about it? Where do I even start? How do I source? What are those things that I need to be on the lookout for? How do I go about that?
So the first thing is you need to understand, what problem do I want to solve? Because there's a problem that you need to be solving, so that when you come and tell me, hey, I'm starting a podcast talking about entrepreneurship, it's because you've seen there's a gap when it comes to women talking about entrepreneurial experiences.
Yes.
Right? So you first have to understand, what problem do I want to solve? Okay? How am I going to angle this so that it reaches the specific people it needs to reach? Because not everybody is your client. I have had to learn that the hard way. Because you assume, because my friends are having babies, why are you buying things elsewhere?
I am your person.
Yes. Yeah. But then you find, because maybe of the pricing that I have put and the quality that I've attached to this, my immediate friends might not be able to buy. So meaning they are not my ideal client. And also not bringing feelings in business.
Yes.
If people are not buying from you, it is okay. If your friends are, it is okay. All right? So you need to understand the problem you need to solve. All right? When you know the problem you need to solve, research on the products or services that would solve this problem. Because if it's a problem you've gone through, only you can put it in that way. You understand?
Yeah.
Let me give an example with a planner that I made.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So it was again born from a need. For me, I want to be able to write down, because as a mom, there's so much that is running in my mind. Do they have diapers? Did I order diapers? Do I still have that number? So I need to be able to write those things down, because I can't keep them all in my mind. So I have to also think of that page in a way that it will solve the problem that I have fully. So if the need is for me to be able to just note down one word and it will remind me of what I need to do, I need to create it in a way that it meets my needs to the T.
Yeah.
So if your client is moms and their busy lives and they don't have time to constantly fix the diaper bag, I need to bring a product that solves that problem. that I know my clinic bag is always in the bag. There's a compartment for it. I have a hook in the bag where I can put the key so I don't have to come dig into the bag. I have a compartment for wipes so that I don't have to dig. I don't have to think I need to also pack the changing mat because I'm going out. The changing mat is in the diaper bag. You understand?
Yeah.
So after you think about the problem you want to solve, it is easier to create the product or to find the product because you know exactly which problem you want to solve. And then from there now, if it is funding, how much money do I need to raise for me to be able to start this business? Who do I need to talk to? Because why do we need to run 100 kilometers for us to get water? Well, I can just talk to the guy who has the number ya mtu wa kuleta maji and they bring water to where I am, right? Mm-hmm. Gone are the days where we have to do things by ourselves.
Yeah,
when you can just
own.
make a call, you can just get mentored, you can do a lot of research, you can learn a lot. So those are and also the platform in which you want to sell. How do you want to sell? Right? And also one thing about business, you cannot run a business and also want to be shy. Right? You have to put yourself out there every day. Despite me being shy, every day, despite me feeling, gosh, I remember when I gave birth to Aria, I had this wedding planner client that needed pillows. And you see, for her, it is for the wedding, and the wedding is on the weekend. I got home from hospital and she called, hey, I need 2 pillows. I'm like, say less. I told my husband, go get the fiber, go get the things. You know how we make these things. Make the pillow. I called my fundi. The fundi prepared the casing, everything, and we got to deliver the pillows. When I was in hospital with Arthur, I got orders for diaper bags. I called my husband, please pack 1, 2, 3 things. This is how you pack it. I take him through how to pack it. And the things get done, right? Because it depends on how hungry as well are you for growth and for change of your circumstance that will push you to just stop sitting and feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah.
I had a guest who talked about the whole process of importing.
Yeah.
So for her, she does importing on Amazon. For you, you do on
Alibaba.
I know Alibaba, if you download the app, it tends to get really murky. Like it's everything all at once, you know, and it can get overwhelming.
Yeah.
That is why research is very important, the way you were talking about. You need to know, getting in, what exactly do you need and what standard does it have to be?
Yeah.
So how did you even know? Did you now ask the people to buy from, like the suppliers, or did you have to find your own suppliers on the app?
So for Alibaba, most businesses that import things, they opt for other China apps.
Yes.
Apart from Alibaba, because Alibaba has a lot of middlemen and it's a bit on the higher side, right?
Okay.
But for me, it's a safe zone.
Yes.
Like chances of being scammed,
very
like
less.
Up to now, I've not been scammed. And I've had an issue where the supplier sent products that I didn't ask for and I claimed back the money.
Wow.
And the money was refunded.
Okay.
Yeah. When it comes to whatever platform you decide to use, you have to do your due diligence. For example, let me give an example of Alibaba because that's what I've used.
Yeah.
They heavily encourage not to take the conversation outside the Alibaba app because of evidence. If anything goes wrong, you have evidence. And the Alibaba is very strict when it comes to like client and supplier. So there are things you have to check. You have to check if they have there's a badge they are given to show how long they've been in business. Have they been in business for 2 years? Have they been in business for 16 years? So that you understand, if I want to order 5 products and they say their MOQ is 500, they of course can't meet my order.
What is the best badge to go with?
It depends on what you want.
Okay.
When you're starting, start with what you feel safe. If that money went down the drain, you will not die.
When I was doing my importing, I brought this wallet some time back. The person who had advised us on Facebook had said to do business with people who are 5+ years. Is that the same for you?
True, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But also I've found that I've worked with people who have been in business for 2 years and the quality of their products have been amazing.
Awesome.
But I never take the conversation outside the Alibaba app. But product-wise, their products, because also now that's another thing that I had to learn the hard way, that if I'm introducing a product, because I don't know yet how the market
We'll take
here will take the product, I've found myself importing 20 and the market does not accept the product.
Yeah,
right?
maybe you can also let our listener know MOQ means
minimum order quantity.
Yes.
Yes.
So the quantity you buy is what MOQ is, and
Yes.
If you go to that app, it's very clear. Like
very
you can
clear.
say, My Aurora Space. You can buy MOQ of 10.
Yes.
10 products,
Yes.
and they've been in business. The badge is
Yes,
there
yes,
for 3 years.
Yes. All the
so it's very
information you need.
straightforward.
All the information you need is there.
Yeah.
There is even reviews
Yeah.
of the products, right? Or even how you work the company. And also from the conversation you're having with the supplier, you can tell if this person tutasumbuana or not.
Okay.
Yeah? Because I had a supplier, the person who supplies bags for me, we were very good. Like the first 3 suppliers, we were very good. And then it got to a place where the conversation is now becoming somewhat rude. I was like, can I get another salesperson that I can
Talk
work
to.
with? And so I had to find the original conversation with the first person that I spoke to from that company, because also finding quality products from a different company means I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah.
I can as well stick with this company.
Yeah.
Just give me a different salesperson.
Yeah.
And they did. They gave me a different salesperson, and it continued. The quality is amazing, because also when you look at MOQ, they will clearly tell you if you want 5 products. If our MOQ is 10 products, if you order between 0 and 10, this is the price.
Yeah.
If you order 10 to 15 to 20, this is the price. If you order 500, it's like you're paying double for 5.
Yeah.
But do you really want to bring 500 products?
That you can't.
Yes. So you start small. You learn about how to price. You learn how to market it. You learn how the market is taking the product. How, like you learn as you go. You keep a very open mind. With business, you have to keep an open mind and learn how to navigate the different clients in their different stages. Build trust, and build even more trust, even with the recurring clients over and over again, because they will come back because of trust, how you treated them, how you made them feel, and the quality of your product.
There is something that would probably make me come back to your business, was the way you treated the business, the business element of this friendship. It's very removed from the friendship.
Yeah.
So you treated me as if I'm a person we have never worked together before.
Yeah.
So the way you're talking to me, the way where we are even conversing, it's on this app. This is where I do business.
Yes.
This is where you show me you've made payment. I found it to be really nice.
Yeah.
I think the only time you called was because the delivery had an issue that they pick up mtaani. The thing was too bulky.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now what I hear from you is that you have to start.
Yeah.
The listener has to know that you have to start so that you can identify and see this is what works and this is what doesn't work.
Yep.
This is how I build trust and this is not how I build trust. So you really just have to start.
You have to start, because you cannot. There is textbook business, and then there is the actual thing on the ground. It is completely different. And even on social media, there are people who go viral. I've never gone viral, not once, but also have never run a business outside the online platform. And you have to realize where your strengths are and double on that, and then where your weaknesses are and build yourself up. For me, my strengths are on customer service. I make sure that by the time you and I are finishing interaction, whether you bought or you didn't buy, you will feel cared for. Packaging is still the same, whether you're coming the 5th time or the 7th time, or it is the first time. I have to make sure that through this process, you feel listened to. Like I will ask, do you need any further information for you to be able to make better this decision? Or you want a review from a different client who's bought? This is what they think. You want to see, like me to send you a real-time photo of how the product looks, because the photos on the website could be completely different from what you have. I'll send you a real-time photo. I don't feel, I've never gotten to a place where I feel like, no, ni kama ananisumbua. Ni kama ananitake 2 rounds, right? And even like taming that urge to constantly feel that why are you wasting my time? Because you need to also understand the different places every client is at. I've had clients who, hey, is this and this available? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, how much is it? It's this amount. And they send money and we do not know each other. We've never worked before. They don't even, kuna mwenye, they want to buy something for 500. I need you to first send the rider. I see the product, so I trust that you're true. Well and good. If that's what works for you, yes, I'll offer that as well.
That option
you're also, I treasure you as a client.
Yeah.
And just keeping the quality of how you interact with your client standard, from the one who's paying 30,000 to the one who's paying 500, standard. Packaging, you're paying 500, you're paying 10,000, standard. If you're getting a branded bag and a card, you're getting a branded bag and a card, standard. Keeping that standard. Because I've had clients who've come back just because of how I packaged the product. Not even because of the product, because they were not even buying the product, they were buying it as a gift for somebody else. And keeping that standard that, you know that, hey, I don't know what to buy. What will you advise? Now, like, do you want me to come to you as a business owner, or do you want me to come to you as a mother? Because there is the aspect where I want you to buy as much as you want, as you can, but also there's the aspect I want to know what is really important for you right now, and we meet that need now.
I feel like this is a whole masterclass. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Other than the suppliers now being challenging sometimes, where that was solved, have you seen other challenges, especially when now you have the product, the customer? Have you had very difficult people who probably send things back and demand their money back, or those people who just go on a rant without even telling you this was an issue? Have you had such challenges? What have been those challenges?
Yes. When it comes to customers, of course, with business, you will find something that didn't work well with the other person. I've had a client who ordered beddings. And when it comes to, like, especially things like beddings, we have to be very specific on, like, what is the size of the bed that you're buying this product for, right? You're buying it for a 4x6. These are the measurements. Kindly make sure that you measure your bed to make sure that this would fit. If already you have a duvet, measure the duvet so that you know that this cover would fit. And they measured, they were like, yeah, bring it. And we took them and they unwrapped the package and they put the package on the bed, and it did not fit the duvet. Oh, actually, it did fit, but it did not fall the way she wanted it to fall. And I was like, okay. And I had to pay the rider back and forth. And it was not close. It was like the rider one way is like 450. So I have to cover the cost back and forth, and the rider has to wait. And I always count that as, it is business. Yes. It is business. Because she could have gone with the product and loved the product, and it fit the way she wants it to fit, and she buys the product. So it is just everyday life.
Those are some of the things that you get to experience as an entrepreneur.
And also, and at the end of the day, still go back to the client and tell them, I'm really sorry that the product you wanted did not serve you the way you want. I hope to be of service to you at a later date, in a different occasion.
You said there's some things you're not very good at, because customer service, top notch. What are these things, I'm wondering now? Because what else does a person want?
Marketing. For me, marketing now is when now I'm like really learning what marketing really means. Not
How are
just
you learning?
Online. I'm best friends with ChatGPT.
Oh, good.
I also do a lot of courses online. I just finished the Google Hustle Academy.
Nice.
For business, small businesses. So I take up a lot of courses to just, know where I'm at. I'm always learning. I love just keeping my mind sharp. Not necessarily even for myself, but if I sit down with a friend and they're struggling with something, I'm like, I read something that I think can solve the problem. I love solving problems. Like, if given the chance, if I could be given all the knowledge, I would solve every problem in the world. I love it. It brings me so much joy. So finding out that I'm not very good at marketing is now a path that I'm making it my business to make sure that I really learn how to market my product. And one thing that I've learned this year actually is marketing strategy for each product. Because there are products that come and they just hit the market and they just sell out immediately. And then there are products that come and I'm assuming because, well, that strategy worked.
Yeah.
It should work on this one too. And then it's a complete fail. And you're like, what am I not doing right? What am I not doing right? And just trying out things, try until you find what sticks.
Okay.
And you might keep trying and this sticks for this person and this sticks for this other person. So you learn the game of interchanging strategy to be able to meet that person who's just here for awareness. They are learning about my business. There's somebody who's been in this business with me since we started. So for them, just convincing them to buy, I just need to tell them it's a good quality product. They're like, are you sure? Is it worth my money? I'm like, yes. And then you just send it over. There's somebody who wants a tutorial. They want you to send photos. Can you show me when your kids are playing on it? Can you show me what it looks like when you put it on? I am this tall. Would it look good? I am, show me all the compartments. Will it tear? Recently, I sent a client, she asked me, is the bag quality like really good? Like you say, I took the bag, I took a key, and I scratched on the bag. I told her it will be very hard for you to destroy this bag unless you come with like a knife. The quality is amazing. And just that small video, she got the bag. Yeah. So it's just understanding the customer funnel, which stage are they on? Are they learning about you? Are they trying to make a decision? Do I really want to go with this business or this other business? Why is this costly? Why is this other business selling it at this price? What is the difference in how they deliver it? I want it to go as a gift. Can you offer the service to wrap it as a gift? It's a new mom. What more? Like just educating them on, I am just not selling. I can educate you on the motherhood journey. And, it's beyond just me selling. It is a community where you feel safe as a mother to come and say, well, being a stay-at-home mom, yes, it is challenging, but it's a beautiful journey for you to take.
Wow.
And you can still do your thing while being a stay-at-home mom.
And I love that you share your own experiences also. So people are coming from a place of this. If Kabi has done it, then I can be able to do it too. Wow, I love that. What would you say success looks like to you?
Success, I look at it from different places. Success looks like financially, me being able to take care of my family. That little girl's dream, that's still it. And taking care of my family is not we are going to Maldives for a week, flights, business class, all those things. No, it looks like my daughter wants to go for ballet classes. I can take care of that. And I can drop her and I can just sit there and wait for her to finish and take her back home and we do ice cream. That is success for me. Success also looks like my client is like happy, is overjoyed from the moment they came into the space to the products they've gotten, they're happy. That is success. Like I might not make $1 million shillings, but I made someone's heart, I was treated well today. I was made feel special today. That's success for me. Success looks like me solving a problem for you. Hey, I'm struggling with getting my baby to sleep. What can I do? I will share my experiences. And then if my experiences are things you've also done, I will share notes from things that I've come across and see whatever sticks for you. That is success for me. So am I living a successful life as of now? To some extent, yes. Because I'm living my dream. I'm able to drop my daughter to school. I'm able to take care of my family here and there. I'm still making my home. I am in a happy marriage. I am solving problems. I'm building healthy friendships. I am not the girl who was in Gitare Marigo,
Exactly.
I
Underline.
Yes. Shashamani, my good Lord. I am, so I'm happy. Like if this is the fire I had to come, I am happy to go back to where I came from.
I feel like there's so much left for us to experience when it
True.
comes to Kabi. As long as you're a solver, a problem solver, the world is your oyster.
Oh, definitely.
Honestly.
Definitely.
So I know a lot is yet to come.
A lot. I'm surprised. I'm always shocked with myself.
Yes.
Because of how easily, like sometimes, yes, well, it is easy. Let me just be honest. Sometimes how easily things come in terms of, I want to do this, and I just go for it. Even when, like all those noises in my mind, like, who do you think you are? Why do you think you can do this? Who do you think will even pursue this? Nobody's seeing, right? And then somebody goes like, oh, by the way, I managed to do 1, 2, 3 things because you posted. I wake up every morning and I pursue my dreams because you share your little steps. I can't wait to have a family to just be able to raise my kids the way you do. And, it's like a tap on the back, like, hey, keep doing what you're doing.
And I hope this is also a tap on the back to show you that we are seeing you.
Yeah.
You are doing amazing things.
Thank you.
I know so many of the people who get to tune in and watch this video will feel inspired and motivated. Probably someone who starts their business or give a push to whatever they are doing because you came here and spoke. And you have to follow her. You have to follow her. Please tell us, where can we get you? What are those handles on Insta?
For my business, it's my _Aurora. Aurora is AURORA_space. SPACE. My Aurora Space. That's my business Instagram handle. Still the same name on TikTok. And for the website, the business website, it's www.myauroraSpace.com. For my personal handle, it's Kabbie Kirai Kirai.
Awesome. As we wind up now, I feel like you could talk the whole day.
Definitely. If you do not wind it up,
if we do not wind it up, we will
cannot
talk the whole day. You're such a fountain of information, and I think it's all these things you do. I know you also go to different events, especially where the theme is women and business.
Yeah.
Probably what part has that played in everything that you do?
At some point in early stages of my marriage, we were living in Kakamega. And having been a city girl, my mother is a city girl, my grandmother was a city girl. Being outside Nairobi was mentally draining for me. So anytime I would come back to Nairobi, I would go to Tao in the evening at 5 and just look at the chaos of the city and just soak it in, and it will just bring me so much. I'm like, look at how people are out here, just, doing their things and enjoying life and doing whatever. And so when I go to all these events, especially the women events, it's just to just absorb how women are. Yes, women are busy looking for, to better themselves, to grow themselves, to build networks. And it's just it kind of like zhuzh me like look at what people are doing out here. And it's a beautiful thing to see that how hungry women are for knowledge, for betterment, to just expand their minds, to just learn from other people. Such a beautiful sight.
Awesome. Talk to our listener. Tell them what you see for them, what you think they should go ahead and do. Probably I had one guest who was a first class honors student, but then the job market is brutal to us all. Whether you're a Form 4 graduate, do we say graduate? Form 4 leaver, university graduate, college, it does not matter. Or whether you just have skills. What would you tell them?
You're more than what it is that you went to school for. If you just sit with yourself and start start with the things that interest you, things that intrigues your mind, you will find there is a wealth of things that you can offer, that even the things that you learned, you can just only borrow from them. Let me give you an example of a career path. My husband is a physics graduate. He has a degree in physics. Has he done anything to do with physics? Nope. He's now a HR practitioner. And that has been his career path through and through. So if you, and that was born from a place of him just wanting to help people and solve problems. So there is more that you can offer that is beyond what you went to school for. And if that door is not opening, try look for a window. See if there's a window that you can open. And if there is no window that can open, how about you start learning how to build your own doors? Come with your own door. Open it for other people to get in. Because there is more to life than just what we went to school for. And we have so much in us that by the time when you're dying, we'll not have fully tapped into everything that you can ever be. So just think beyond that box that you're trying to put yourself in and start looking outside. Those little things that intrigue you, those are the things where you've been called to serve and to build and to touch lives. Yeah.
Create, build that window.
Yeah.
For me, that is the takeaway from this. Build that window, build that door.
Yeah.
Don't wait for another one to open, or look, if you have the door is not opening and the window is also not opening, can you build one?
Can you build one?
And so many people then get through that door, and life changes for them forever. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kabi, for being here. I'm overjoyed. And this was a wonderful, reintroduction to who Kabi is. And I'm so proud of you and all the things you do. More power to you. Thank you for taking this bold path.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I hope this has been another story that encourages and inspires you to take the bold path, to see all that you're made for, to see all that you can be, to see all that is waiting for us to experience. You are an experience that we are here to experience. So go out there and take that bold path for us to get to know you better. Thank you for watching.